There's a chance you've been carrying around a small fortune in your pocket without even knowing it. The 1970 and 1989 US dimes, often overlooked in spare change, could hold rare errors that make them worth thousands or even millions of dollars. These aren't just collector's items. They're hidden treasures created by minting mistakes, each one a unique piece of history. What makes these tiny coins so valuable? And how can you spot one of these elusive gems? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might just have the knowledge to uncover a life-changing find. The 1970 US 1 dime coin might seem ordinary at first glance. It's a coin you might pass by in your daily change without giving it a second thought. But what if I told you that this small, unassuming coin has the potential to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more? It's true. Hidden among these dimes are some extraordinary treasures, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. So what makes the 1970 dime so special? It's all about the rare minting errors and variations, which can transform this 10-cent piece into a prize worth a fortune. But before we dive into the exciting world of errors, let's understand the coin itself. The 1970 dime carries the classic design introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt. On the obverse, or head side, you'll find his profile, a tribute to the man who led the nation through some of its most challenging times. The reverse, or tails side, showcases a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, representing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design is iconic, the real value lies in the details, the flaws, and the rare features that were never meant to exist. This coin was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark. The Denver coins are marked with a D, and the San Francisco coins feature an S. San Francisco, in particular, only produced proof coins in 1970, and that's a key detail we'll come back to later, because proof coins hold a special place in the world of collecting. Let's talk specifications. The 1970 dime is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. It has a diameter of 17.9 millimeters and weighs 2.27 grams. These details may seem technical, but they're important because even the slightest deviation from these standards can indicate a mint error. And mint errors are where the real excitement begins. Errors occur during the minting process when something goes wrong, creating coins that don't look the way they're supposed to. Some errors are subtle, while others are strikingly obvious. Either way, these flaws make the coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for that rarity. One of the most intriguing types of errors is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank, called a planchet, isn't properly aligned with the dies that stamp the design. The result is a coin where part of the image is missing, creating a striking visual. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin can be, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Then there's the double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled. This happens because the die that strikes the coin has been improperly prepared, leaving duplicate impressions. You might notice doubled lettering, numbers, or even design elements. And these coins can fetch incredible prices depending on the extent of the doubling. Another fascinating error is the clipped planchet. Imagine a coin with a small section of its edge missing. It's like someone took a bite out of it. This error occurs when the metal sheets used to create planchets are improperly punched, leaving an incomplete coin. It's rare, it's distinctive, and it's highly collectible. Proof coin errors are particularly interesting. Proof coins are struck with extraordinary care, often multiple times, to ensure sharp details and a mirror-like finish. These coins are meant to be perfect, so when an error does occur, it becomes an exceptional find. In 1970, some proof dimes were struck with flaws, including doubling or being struck on the wrong planchet entirely. These are the kinds of errors that collectors dream about. Let me share a story to show just how valuable these error coins can be. A collector once found a 1970 dime with a double die reverse in a proof set they had purchased years earlier. At first, they didn't even notice the error. It was only when they examined the coin under magnification that the doubling became clear. That dime eventually sold for over $800 at auction, Another collector discovered an off-center strike dime while sorting through a jar of change. That coin, with its dramatic error, sold for over $1,500. These aren't just rare stories. They're proof that these treasures could be hiding anywhere. Now, if you're wondering how to identify these rare coins yourself, let's break it down. Start by examining your dimes under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look at the details. Pay attention to the edges, the lettering, and the overall alignment of the design. Look for anything unusual, doubled letters, misaligned images, or missing sections of the coin. If you have proof sets from 1970, give those coins a thorough inspection as well. Errors in proof coins are especially valuable because they're so unexpected. If you're still unsure about what you found, don't hesitate to consult a coin guide or an expert. Professional coin grading services can evaluate your coin, assign it a grade, and confirm its authenticity. A high grade from a trusted service can significantly increase the coin's value. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for. The most valuable error coins ever discovered from the 1970 US dime series. These coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction, and understanding what makes them so special could help you find your own treasure. Coming in at number 3 is the 1970 S-proof dime, with a double die reverse. These coins are rare, and their value depends on the extent of the doubling and the coin's condition. On average, these coins sell for $400 to $800, but exceptional examples can go even higher. At number 2, we have the off-center strike dimes. These coins are dramatic in appearance, with large portions of the design missing. Depending on the degree of the error and the visibility of the date and mint mark, these coins can sell for $500 to $1,500 or more. And finally, the rarest and most valuable error coin from the 1970 dime series is the 1970 S-proof dime struck on a foreign planchet. This error occurred when a blank intended for a different coin ended up being used to strike the dime's design. These coins are exceptionally rare, and one sold for over $3,000 at auction. It's an extraordinary find, and it shows just how valuable these error coins can be. So, why do these errors make the coins so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Collectors love unique coins, and errors create one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out in any collection. The more dramatic the error and the fewer examples that exist, the higher the value climbs. If you're ready to start your own treasure hunt, here are a few tips to get you started. First, don't overlook your spare change. While most dimes won't have errors, the possibility of finding a rare coin makes it worth the effort. Proof sets from 1970 are another great place to search. These coins were struck with care, but errors can and do happen. Next, join online communities or local collector groups. There's a wealth of knowledge out there, and connecting with experienced collectors can help you learn more about what to look for. And when you find a coin that looks promising, consider having it professionally graded. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's authenticity, but also gives potential buyers confidence in its value. The 1989 US 1 dime coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but hidden within its unassuming design are secrets that have made collectors' hearts race and wallets grow. Some of these dimes could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, even more. What makes this coin so intriguing is its potential to hide rare and valuable errors, some so unique that they've become the holy grail of numismatics. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to take you through everything you need to know about this coin, from its specifications and the minting process to the errors that can turn a 10-cent coin into a life-changing discovery. Let's start by understanding the coin itself. The 1989 US dime is made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it that familiar silver-like appearance. It weighs 2.268 grams and measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter. These dimes were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, which produced coins with no mint mark; Denver, which used a D mint mark; and San Francisco, responsible for proof coins marked with an S. On the surface, these specifications might not seem extraordinary, but they're the foundation for identifying errors and anomalies. Every detail, the weight, the dimensions, the mint mark, is a clue, The minting process is a marvel of engineering, designed to produce coins at incredible speeds. However, even the most precise systems can have flaws, and it's these imperfections that can create error coins. The process begins with large sheets of metal that are punched into blanks. These blanks are then heated, cleaned, and fed into presses where dies strike the design onto each side of the coin. Despite quality control measures, mistakes happen. A slight misalignment or malfunction during any of these steps can produce coins that are far from ordinary. One of the most common errors found on 1989 dimes is the misaligned die. This happens when the dies that strike the coin's design are not perfectly aligned. The result is a noticeable shift, with one side of the coin appearing off-center. While minor misalignments might not add much value, significant ones can make a coin worth hundreds of dollars. Then there are double die errors, which occur when the die itself is struck more than once, creating a doubling effect on the coin's design. Look closely at the words Liberty, or In God We Trust. If you see doubling, you could be holding something special. Off-center strikes are another fascinating error. Imagine a dime where part of the design is missing because the blank wasn't properly aligned during striking. The degree of the off-center strike directly impacts its value. A slight shift might not be worth much, but a coin struck 50% off-center can fetch significant sums, especially if the date is still visible. Then there are clipped planchets, which occur when the blanking machine punches out coins too close to the edge of the metal sheet, resulting in a coin with a missing chunk. These errors are instantly noticeable and can be quite valuable. Perhaps the most exciting errors are those involving wrong planchets. This happens when a blank meant for another coin, or even a foreign coin, accidentally gets struck with the dime's design. These errors are extremely rare, but when they occur, they create coins that are highly sought after by collectors. For example, a 1989 dime struck on a planchet intended for a penny would not only weigh differently, but also appear dramatically different in color and design. Real-life stories from collectors highlight just how valuable these errors can be. One collector discovered a 1989 dime with a dramatic off-center strike while sorting through a jar of loose change. After submitting it for certification, they found it was worth over $1,200. Another collector stumbled upon a double die error in their grandmother's old coin jar. That coin, after being authenticated and graded, sold for $850 at auction. These stories remind us that valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. So how can you identify these rare 1989 dimes? Start by checking the mint mark on the reverse side, next to the torch. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to examine the fine details of the coin. Look for signs of doubling on the lettering or numbers. Inspect the edges for off-center strikes or clips, and compare the coin's weight and dimensions to standard specifications. A digital scale and calipers can be invaluable tools for this process. And don't forget to consult reliable resources like the Red Book or online coin databases for reference images and descriptions of known errors. Once you've identified a potential error coin, the next step is determining its value. The condition of the coin is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better preservation and sharper details. An error coin in mint state condition can be worth significantly more than one that's worn. For instance, a 1989 dime with a double die obverse in MS67 grade might sell for thousands of dollars. Demand also plays a role. Collectors are drawn to unique and visually striking errors, which can drive up prices at auctions. Let's talk about some of the most valuable 1989 dimes discovered to date. Among the most coveted are those with dramatic off-center strikes and clear date visibility. These coins are rare and visually striking, making them highly desirable. Double die errors, particularly on the obverse, are another category of high-value coins. In 2022, one such coin sold for $2,300 at a major auction. But perhaps the most astonishing finds are the dimes struck on foreign planchets or transitional errors involving blanks from other years. These coins are so rare that only a handful are known to exist, and they've sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Finding these treasures might seem like a daunting task, but it's more accessible than you think. Start small by checking your loose change in piggy banks. Roll hunting, buying rolls of dimes from the bank and searching through them, is another popular method. Visit local coin shops, flea markets, and estate sales, where undervalued treasures often turn up. And don't underestimate the power of networking. Join online forums, social media groups, or local coin clubs to connect with other collectors who can share insights and opportunities. Once you find a coin that seems valuable, certification is essential. Companies like PCGS, NGC, and Annex specialize in authenticating and grading coins. A certified coin not only commands a higher price, but also gives buyers confidence in its authenticity. Submitting a coin for certification involves taking clear photos, filling out a submission form, and shipping the coin securely. It might seem like an extra step, but the potential payoff makes it well worth the effort. Now, let's reveal the most valuable 1989 dime ever discovered. This extraordinary coin was a double die obverse in near-perfect condition, certified at an MS-68 grade. Its dramatic doubling and flawless preservation made it a collector's dream, and it sold for an astonishing $3,500 at auction. What makes this coin so special is not just its rarity, but the fact that it was found by an everyday person, someone who took the time to examine their change and recognize its potential value. The thought that something as small and seemingly insignificant as a dime could hold such immense value is truly fascinating. It's a reminder of the hidden treasures that surround us every day, waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, the world of numismatics offers endless opportunities to uncover history, beauty, and wealth in the palm of your hand. So take a closer look at your spare change today. Who knows? You might just find a fortune. Who would have thought that something as small as a dime could hold such incredible value? From rare mint errors to once-in-a-lifetime finds, the 1970 and 1989 dimes prove that hidden treasures are out there, waiting to be discovered. Now it's your turn. Grab a magnifying glass and start checking your coins. You never know when you might uncover the next big find. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about your favorite discovery, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable insights. We've got plenty more content coming your way to help you spot and appreciate the hidden treasures in your collection. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your search lead you to your next incredible find.